What's good, YouTube? Magnezone here, and I want to begin by apologizing for the delay on the solo battle missions, but between the holidays and life in general, I got caught up. But we are back with solo battle number 4 or 5 from Crimson Blaze, and as always, this video will focus on how to take it down with only using the specified type and no EX Pokemon. But before we get started, I do want to make a rare shout out to join the Discord. If you're watching this video on release or before New Year's in general, I will be giving away a full art Cyrus on New Year's Day as soon as the clock strikes 12 in my time zone, so that's Eastern time zone. And more details will be posted on the Discord in the coming days, so make sure to check it out. With that out of the way, let's break down our opponent's list of Mega Lopunny, which the strategy is pretty straightforward, but that doesn't make it like any easier. For starters, the deck is very fast and everything is attacking for 2 or less energy. So if they go second and you have a slow start, they could start going off the rails. As well as the addition of Rocky Helmet kind of limits how aggressive we could really be in the early game depending on how we start. However, this deck has some glaring weaknesses, and its only answer to Oricorio comes in the form of the Lucario line. And although it can in fact take down Ori in one hit, if we're able to eliminate that Lucario, our Oricorios will be safe to take over. Thus, regardless of how much the deck can potentially do, we are shutting it down with Magnezone Oricorio. If you've seen my lightning list in the past, you may recall that Oricorio isn't always included, as some decks are better positioned to deal with the burden than others. But in the case of Mega Lopunny, most situations leave them powerless against it, which is why we opted for the Magnezone that deals 110, the one from Space Time. Because although the new one is like better in most scenarios, it has more HP, it only deals slightly less damage. It has the potential invulnerability, like if you attack something, they have to flip a coin to potentially even deal damage to you back. But it falls just that little less damage, falls just short of knocking out Lucario, which can present the opponent with the opening they need just to take over with either the Lopunny in the bench or just knock out your only answer. Like it could get really ugly if you don't just one-shot Lucario and start taking over with Oricorio. So as long as you're able to stick to the game plan, you should be good to go. In most cases, you simply hide behind Ori number 1 until they set up and bring up Lucario. Then you bring out Magnezone, knock out that Lucario, and then Ori number 2 just closes it out. The rest of the deck is a toolbox of cards that either increase consistency or answer like niche situations that could come up. Feel free to edit it as you please, but the ones listed worked well for me. Now I leave y'all with some gameplay showcasing the deck in action. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and above all else, stay pro. Alright, going first, which I think is what we want to see. Outside, actually never mind. That was like outside of an Oricorio start. I don't know. We'll see. Because I get to swing immediately for 40. Yeah, okay, so in hindsight, probably want to go second. But nonetheless, drawing Magnezone here does make going first better. Yeah, doing the math in my head. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And once, even if this Riolu / Lucario gets rid of the first Oricorio, once Magnezone comes in, knocks it out, the second Oricorio really seals the deal for us. And I will copycat here with turning our 2 random cards into 4. Technically 3, right? If you count the copycat itself, but... Ooh. And this is guaranteed to be Magnemite. We're only playing 4 basics in this list, so... Right. So this Clement's huge. The Cape we only play 1 of, so I'm low-key considering just holding it. Because it could save Oricorio in a different situation, but I'll probably save the one in the back, so... And we already have Magnezone, so we're looking really good. Granted, they do have hand disruption in their deck. As to when they decide to use it, I don't know. So let's just hope they don't. Riolu. Swing for 40, that's fine. And by fine, I mean like, what else am I gonna do? So Pokemon here. I might give Cape to Ori to force them to Lucario / give energy and not set up the Baneri. Regardless, these guys are self-managing themselves, so yeah, let's put the Cape here. And if it doesn't work out, I'll either keep it in the video or bring it up in the deck profile like, oh, like it's not worth it or whatever. But as of right now, it seems definitely worth it. Because no matter what happens to this Oricorio, we get to swing with Magnezone next turn. Let's keep it at that. This forces, like I said, it forces them to, if they want to knock out Oricorio, they have to go Riolu. If they want to set up Baneri for next turn, that's a different story. But yeah, this is exactly what we were hoping for. The Lopunny in the back, not ideal, but the fact that it's not going to attack anytime soon, super ideal. So everything going according to plan. So yeah, I think going first is definitely ideal, especially if you find Magnemite. If you don't see Magnemite, obviously, then you'd rather go second, get energy on Oricorio, and start swinging. Nonetheless, here we are. Volt Charge plus manually charge into Magnezone, and then we'll just Volt Charge in the back here. And the writing's on the wall now. Once this Lucario's gone, either of these that come in cannot knock out this Oricorio back here. Which is why we're playing this Magnezone specifically. The other Magnezone, although it's great, has 10 extra HP. It has a chance to for a coin flip to survive. Cannot one-shot Lucario, which is mainly funny enough, Magnezone's only or like main job in this battle is to knock out that that Lucario. Just one hit, get it out of the way. Alright, so here we'll probably just bring out Lopunny probably. Or actually we could just no. We'll swing into this Hitmonchan, and then it can't really back out to anything, right? Like they could back out to Lopunny, but we'll just bring it back. So let's stay in with Magnezone here. We also play Cyrus, right? Did they find another Pokemon is the question. If they did, they didn't put it down. And just like that, this battle is over. Charge it up one more time. And GG's. As always though, we always do multiple examples, so before I final like, oh yeah, this is the play, let's do one more example so y'all see how it works, and let's go right into it. Alright, this time we get to go second, so we get to see exactly which one's better, although this time. Last time we went first with Oricorio, which is not ideal, now we went second with Magnemite, which is also not ideal, but I guess it's better than not finding Magnemite at all, I guess. Let's see, we'll probably use the Giant Cape immediately in the front here. I guess the good thing is that we get to knock out this Baneri or have a chance to. Oof. If we go to... Alright, now I wish I could remember off the top of my head if they play X Speed, which I do have access to the deck list, so let me look at it real quick, because I don't want to do a play that could have been avoidable. Alright, so they do have X Speeds, because like if I could give like there's no reason to add 30 damage to this Baneri. Okay, Oricorio for backup, we'll put it down there. Like, I could put Cape, hit this, and I know Baneri cannot knock me out, but if they have X speed into the Hitmonchan, then we're knocked out, and that's not gonna be a good look for us. However, they only have 2 cards in hand, so this Copycat loses a lot of value. But it would Cape regardless. So what are the chances they have X speed? I think we could even, yeah, in order to make my Copycat better, I think I'm a Sabrina here. Oh, but now if they have Lucario, they also get the knockout. Okay, you know what? Change of plans. Not sure if this is correct. Again, if you're going first, you want Magnemite. If you're going second, you want Oricorio. We had them flipped. We still won the first one. Let's see if we could get this one. Basically, what we did here was reformat our start to look how we want it to. Our main issue is going to be this Riolu back here. That it meant, okay, so at least I'm okay with the play we decided to make, unless that last card is Sabrina, in which case, Jesus, they had everything. Alright, so I'm perfectly content with the route we took, although it looked pretty scuffed on paper, right? Am I really going to Copycat for one is the question. Maybe we're not forced to, right? They haven't used any of their draw power yet. And like, the most I could draw is a Magnezone. Although Clement would be nice. Into research, but we could just top deck research. Let's take it a little bit slower. See here how it goes. They found their research, now our Copycat looks a little bit better as long as they don't just drop every... Jesus, okay. So next turn, Lucario's coming in. We could really use Magnezone this coming turn. Oh, Magneton. Asking you to receive. Alright, so we're guaranteed to have enough energy on Magnezone next turn, so we actually could afford to go energy here. And we're going to hit this Hitmonchan for 50, making it accessible with Cyrus for the rest of the game. From here on out, we could just go Cyrus, grab our 2 pointers from Hitmonchan, not have to worry about the Lopunny or the Baneri or anything that's going on. Plus, once Lucario's gone, granted, they do have a second Lucario, but once the first one that's already set up is gone, Oricorios tend to close it out, so. And once again, they don't have a follow-up bunny, or anything really at this point. Right. Oof. We're gonna be a little greedy with our copycat again, because we do have an option to trade this Guzman for 2 cards, but getting rid of these helmets altogether feels that much better. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of Lucario. They're kind of forced to go Lopunny here, right? We already did waste our Sabrina. Granted, Sabrina would only get us Baneri, wouldn't get us the Hitmonchan, so we are banking on Cyrus. Oof, but they found Riolu already. Unless it's another Hitmonchan. Alright, so now Oricorio. Yeah. Are they? Wow. Okay, so they're countering our copycat as much as they can. They're not playing Sabrina. Their board has 0 answers to this Oricorio. Okay, there's no reason not to just do this, right? They would have to bring up the Baneri. Hit for max 40, then we just heal with BCL. They can confuse the stall. They already got a point though. Okay, never mind. Maybe I could have played it a little more aggressive, but yeah, okay, so now Oricorio just stalls for us the game. Doesn't matter how long it takes, we'll eventually get the knockout there. It's unfortunate that we're like confused, right? We can't stop that. Yes, I could PCL, but there's no reason to do so. So not yet, anyways. 2 energy. I think we deal 50, and then starting from next turn. Unfortunate. Okay, so again, we are just a Cyrus away from beating this once we get Magnezone ready. But yeah, since we Guzman away the helmets, there's nothing they could do. I hope y'all can see how this game's essentially over. It's gonna take a bit, but we'll get there. Research. They already used their 1 copycat, so we... And have they used Mars, or am I confusing? I'm confusing it with the first example. But yeah, Mars would be annoying, but not the end of the world. All these point flips are super they don't matter. We win a couple of turns when we pull up Hitmonchan, so never mind. There's the Mars that we're talking about. Looking for Cyrus once again. PCL's good. Magnezone, it's whatever. Alright, so from now on, everything in our hand is untouchable. So let's do some deck thinning. Okay, we did see both Pokeballs, we just didn't see Magnezone. Energy again. We're 0 for 3 with these flips, which is crazy, but again, does not matter. It is delaying the inevitable, which is us winning. Back to back. Look, now they're switching, like, I don't even know what's going on there. They're just doing actions. Like maybe this Lopunny has better luck at dealing damage. It does not. What the? Alright. There's our Magnemite. Game plan doesn't change though. We're trying to find Cyrus for this. Or if this Oricorio ever decides to hit and we get the bunny in range. Luckily Confusion doesn't stop us from retreating. There's just no point in retreating into damage to this Lopunny when they could just swap to the other Lopunny. Yeah, look, this is... What is this? Whatever. Ugly ass slap by me, by the way. Again, nothing they could do. Their hand is literally Riolu, Lucario, and something else. The X speed, maybe? Yeah, they never use the X speed, so it's probably that as well. And this guarantees Cyrus at least next turn, even if it was the last card, right? Magnezone, now we're just clicking buttons. I guess the question now at this point is just like, will this Oricorio ever hit anything? the answer is no, because next turn we're going into Magnezone. That means it went 0 for 4, 0 for 5. I lost track, but that is the worst Oricorio performance slash the best because it couldn't be knocked out. So it's like, Jesus. All right. All right, just give me this Hitmonchan and let's get me out of here. But yeah, regardless, thank you for watching. As you can see, Oricorio was his deck. The only Magnezone's truly his only job is getting rid of the Lucarios. So we have to play this one specifically because it does 110 damage, which is enough to knock out Lucario. The other one, although it's better, like in most situations, you don't have to keep putting energy on it. It doesn't discard energy. It has more HP. It deals a decent amount of damage. It could coin flip so that they can't hit you back. That 90 damage is just not enough. And I don't think it justifies like playing a Geo or something to get it there when there's this version that's perfectly fine. And then you just back out to Oricorio and do your thing. So, yeah, again, I think I already said it, but thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and above all else, stay pro.
Just so you guys know, there's like a wall where Dina says, okay, these are the people that are funding us. And like, I guarantee you, man, is up there.